Hello and welcome. A massive patch has just been dropped for Star Wars Squadrons by Motive. They have touched the initial boost cost of every ship except for the B-Wing and Defender, increasing their cost by 60%. I love this change. I'll explain why in a little bit. They have also increased the squadron mass cooldown from 20 seconds to 28 seconds, decreased the mass duration from 10 seconds to 7 seconds, and increased the cooldown of targeting beacons from 30 seconds to 35 seconds. These are really awesome focused changes. Not completely over-vamping everything, but definitely changing the way that we think about our movement and the way that we manage our energy. Make sure to like and subscribe. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Fenkar. Also, don't forget to watch my guides. Now, there's a lot of cool stuff here. So the old initial boost cost is 5% of your full tank. The new cost is 8% of your full tank. The old capacity being a total of 20 boosts if you're a computer, 19 if you're a human, and the new capacity being 12.5 boosts if you're a computer, 11 if you're a human. Likewise, not only was the overall capacity decreased, but the regeneration rate was also decreased, with the TIE Bomber full tank regenerating previously always in 9 seconds with jet engine. The old regeneration rate was 2.22 boosts per second. Now it's only about 1.4 boosts per second. Now we're going to get into some gameplay and see how these changes have affected some Empire play on TIE Bomber and TIE Defender. Now, right off the bat, you guys will notice that while I boost Gasp in, I am only barely maintaining the amount of boost energy I have in this TIE Bomber. It's a lot harder for me to actually gain energy while boost gasping, which means that my overall energy generation is greatly reduced as I travel across the map here. Boost skipping, also noteworthy, is going to be very quickly depleting my energy if I ever use it. You only get about half the number of boost skips as before. So just watch my boost energy in the bottom left, guys, and you can see how quickly that depletes just boosting like this. I'll note really quickly, it doesn't change the amount of boost energy you use very much when you boost continuously. So it's about as efficient to boost continuously as it is to boost skip if you're only flying straight. So that's a good tip if you have poor timing on boost skipping. You can do some boosting straight. It's not better if you need to maneuver. It's better to boost skip because you get more maneuverability. But if you just need to fly straight, there's no need to exhaust yourself by boost skipping, although I do recommend the practice. Positioning generally is very important. It's easy to get picked off here because you don't have as much boost energy to just corkscrew drift all the way back to your flagship. Also important to note that in professional matches or matches where both teams have 5 stacks, the mask now only has a 25% uptime between the cooldown and the use time. So it's much more liable for your teammates to get beamed down while the mask is off of cooldown. So instead of spamming it every 10 seconds, every 20 seconds like Splinter has been doing, it's much more likely that players are going to be needing to use it much more sparingly, much more tactically. This game is going to become a lot more about PvP and zone control. And that's what the player base has been asking for. I've been waiting for this boost change for a very long time, and I'm very glad it's here. Well, moving on, there is a problem with this patch though, and it has to do with the disparity between how Rebels and Imperials manage their power systems. So the Defender was previously nerfed from having a initial boost cost the same as the old X-Wing, A-Wing, etc. to having 60%, first 25% and then 28% increased initial boost cost. This change effectively amounts to the same as what we have here, which is a total of 60% increased initial boost cost, which brought the Defender back into parity with the pre-patch X-Wing and A-Wing and so on. But the Defender, this patch hasn't been changed, and its regeneration rate, it recharges its whole boost tank in about 3 seconds, which is just absolutely ludicrous regeneration even now. Compared to a jet engine TIE Bomber, that's about 3 initial boosts per second that it regenerates compared to the TIE Bomber's 1.4. And you can see here during this gameplay, I've been able to just kind of look at the cruisers, even with players shooting at me, and they really haven't been able to catch me. I have still incredible mobility, hardly ever dropping below 200 speed, regardless of whether I wanted to, regardless of how much pressure they put on me. And it's just very, very, very powerful. Very, very, very scary stuff. It's almost unbelievable how strong this thing is. I'll also note that the TIE Bomber and TIE Interceptor are, with their shunting capabilities, are still very, very, very strong as far as keeping up that boost energy. They have an extra bank to draw on in the way that the Y-Wing and the X-Wing really don't. The Y-Wing and X-Wing have to really just maintain whatever tank they have, and then that's it. They can't pull from anything else to escape, and because the Rebel ships don't drift as far as Imperial ships do, they don't dead drift nearly as well, the Rebel ships are really at quite a large disadvantage. They can't use their boost energy as efficiently, they can't use their boost energy as much because of these problems. And so Rebels are actually in a very rough spot right now, and will need to focus very, very heavily on PvP with ships that are less maneuverable now. So I do hope that Motive introduces a new patch to fix these balance issues as soon as possible, probably next week. I hope for next week. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you're interested in coaching, I have a coaching program, 1 subscription or $5 to get in. Link in the description. I will watch one of your games and give you a full set of feedback and notes. Make sure to check that out and have a good one.